I want to get to the clutch to oil that, so now I'm turning this motor coupling, and this is where I turn it from, and see how it's cycled all the way through to now that it's moving the mech down the carriage on these little teeth down here. So I'm bringing it all the way down to the end so I can get to this piece up in the front. Alright, using my finger, I've moved this mech all the way down to the very end of the carriage. And now, and I put this end up on a block in order to give it that room underneath, because having this down there, it was kind of catching, so I just put a little piece of wood. I raised this one side up, but now you can actually get in here and you can see the clutch itself. Zooming in a bit here, so it's going to be shakier. But this piece right here, there's a pin that goes all the way through here and over in there, and it pivots on like a number of different things. That pin desperately needs to be oiled, so I'm going to oil it here and under there and over here and in here, because if that pin doesn't move freely, you are going to have problems, and that is one of the biggest issues I've seen with these so far. So that's where I'm focusing a lot of attention. I also want to get oil in the clutch itself, because all these different pieces inside of here have to move freely. I really don't want to pull the clutch out at this time. Later I will probably pull it all the way out and lubricate it, but right now all I want to do is just clean that. Also, this arm, see these teeth over here? I don't know if I can zoom in on that. These are all just disgusting. This is all old. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what used to be called lubrication, and now that is like rock hard goo. It's like old bubble gum that's been underneath a chair for 20 years. That all needs to get cleaned out of there, because that is the arm that actually raises the record up and puts it in the slot, and that's the other issue, is that needs desperately to have oil on both sides of that. So now it's time to oil everything I can possibly think of on this side. Just a quick video here on lubrication turning to concrete. If you look up in here, I'm going to peel some of this up. This used to be grease at one point. That stuff is just nasty and hard, and yet that's what they lubricated it with at one point, I don't know, 20-30 years ago. So you got to get all this old stuff out, because that's just nasty.